Oh, here we go.
Tits.
Welcome back again, everyone, to the Sugar Tits channel. And today, fat is on the menu.
No, that's your third helping, young man. It's making you fat and soft and tender.
Now, when it comes to being fat, and I'm not talking about, just a little bit of chubbiness here and there. I'm talking about overweight, grotesquely, morbidly obese, fatty, fat, overweight. There are a lot of contributing factors where people like to point their little stumps for fingers and place the blame. And you're not going to believe this latest one. Oh God, here we go. Studies indicate that we as humanity are facing an obesity crisis. Healthline says obesity report predicts half the world will be overweight by 2035. The report authors say this increase could put a strain on healthcare systems and cause $4 trillion in economic damage. They say food insecurity and climate change are among the causes. Food insecurity? What the hell is that? Like you don't have enough confidence to pick an apple over a Big Mac? What is that?
You want it, don't you, fat boy? Go ahead and have a bite. Just a little bite.
And climate change. Seriously? So they say over half the world's population will be obese. And let's be honest, most of the obese population are going to be located in the northern hemisphere, in Western countries. Wouldn't that be funny if it affected the world's axis and it made it tilt more and in turn caused more problems for climate change? What a funny thought. Because let's be real, it's not going to be Africa causing the world to tilt. It's going to be one part of the world. And Australia won't have enough of a fat fuck population to help balance things out. So yeah, there's many theories contributing to why we're facing such a health crisis and obesity is on the rise. Some say climate change. Some say it's the glorification of fat and the rise of the fat pride movement, which are encouraging people who are severely overweight to not try and lose that weight for the benefit of their health, but to just give in, embrace the fact that you've got more rolls than a bakery, and be comfortable within yourself, Be comfortable that you own cankles, a gunt, turkey wings, and a muffin top. A huge muffin top. You are fat and you are beautiful. Thanks a lot, Fat Pride Movement and TikTok.
If promoting obesity is what it takes to make other fat people feel hot, obviously I'm gonna do that. So yes, I am promoting obesity. Stay mad. Thank you so much.
Ugh. But this latest link to obesity that I wanted to discuss today has nothing to do with a lack of self-ownership or climate change. No, nothing like that. This has to do with systemic racism.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Oh my God. Seriously? And you know what the best part about this is? It's pretty much all just white people. Uber liberal white people saying that black people are getting fat because of racism.
Everything has to do with racism.
I would call it institutional racism.
And all the black people are like, what?
What? They're misinformed.
That's some bullshit. This actually reminds me of that article I saw on Twitter X. Sorry, white people, but trying too hard to not be racist is low-key kind of racist. Oh my God, that applies here. Their super narcissistic need to be woke and virtue signal about racism in the defense of black people has created this anomaly of mindfuckery where they're actually being super condescending to a whole race and being racist. That is hilarious. Now, apparently this video has been out for a while. It's about a year old, but I just recently became aware of it through my girl Rita Panahi, who interviewed Army Horowitz, the guy who works for the Daily Wire, who went out onto the streets of New York to interview people about this topic.
Army, it's incredible how racist the woke left can be. It might be the bigotry of low expectations, but it's bigotry nonetheless.
They don't know how to be healthy. They are binge eating because of racism. Do they not hear themselves? That's my question. Do they not have any self-awareness whatsoever that they're the white saviors?
So let's take a look at this video and see if there's any rational thought behind the notion that black Americans are obese due to systemic racism. Let's go.
I'm Ami Horowitz, and I'm here in Woketown, USA, to ask people why they think there's a higher level of obesity in the black community.
Everything has to do with racism.
Oh, everything has to do with racism. Said from one of the most virtue-signaling, libtard-looking motherfuckers I've ever seen. Everything is racist. Oh man, this is gonna be a long video. Do you flick your man bean to Anita? You do. It's alright, you can tell me.
Eating could be a coping mechanism.
For racism?
Yeah, if they feel bad.
Eating can be a coping mechanism because they feel bad about racism. Oh my god, you have such a low opinion of black people and you don't even realize it.
It's like depression based, so maybe the stress of racism maybe does contribute.
No, it's not the stress of racism that contributes to them being fat as fuck. Do you think a fat black person has any issue about picking up a KFC bucket and eating like 100 chicken wings? Like the fact that there's a little cartoon character on the cover who looks like he could have been a low-key KKK grand wizard on his weekend days off when he's not pushing chicken. They don't give a shit. They're not worried about racism when they're tucking into that delicious, delicious chicken. All they're worried about is getting as much of that crispy, deep-fried, secret herbs and spices seasoning, oil-dripping breast into their mouths. Hell, Jewish people would eat a Hitler-branded fried chicken box if it was delicious enough.
And black people deal with racism every day, and that leads to bad food choices.
Oh God, absolutely.
Education is a factor as well, which also ties into racism.
They're not being educated as to what is good to eat, what is not good to eat.
Yeah.
How much education do you need to know the difference between what kind of food is going to give you an ass like Kim Kardashian, a real one, and food that will keep you healthy and fit?
Then you're not going to be able to choose the right things for you, especially if you don't know about them too. There's a lot more in-depth stuff that predominantly like a lot of white people are more in tune with.
That is so racist. White people are more in tune with knowing what to eat to keep healthy. So racist. Take a deep, hard look at yourself, son.
Don't know how to be healthy.
Individual freedom isn't truly like individual freedom if you're not a white straight male.
So I definitely don't think it's an individual responsibility.
White privilege and white supremacy?
100%, yeah.
They don't have any access to good food.
No nutritious food.
They're only like provided with really like bad quality food because it's cheaper to like manufacture.
Oh my god! Even if that is true and they don't have any healthy food within close proximity to them, go for a walk! Go for a run! Not only will you get the good food, but you'll also get a good amount of exercise to help you lose that fat.
Do you think it's possible that corporate America was looking to destroy the black community and therefore put a lot of this stuff in there?
I personally could believe that. I really could.
Yeah, I think it's possible. Could be.
These are like conspiracy theorists. It makes no sense. If black people indeed are making up most of the consumerism for bad, unhealthy foods, why would corporate America be looking to destroy those black communities? They're their best customers. They're making them the most money.
Where Whole Foods are, where Trader Joe's are, where like just bougie grocery stores are. They're all in white neighborhoods. All of them.
Oh my god, once again, this has nothing to do with racism. This is everything to do with good marketing. Companies doing their research, realizing that the bougie white bitches in certain neighborhoods are willing to fork out a ridiculous amount of extra money on items like flaxseed, quinoa, and fucking kale. They put the product in front of the people who want it. If all of a sudden black people started desiring tofu in their chicken and waffles...
So a black man's got to be at a chicken and waffles place. That's racist.
Then corporations would put it there.
Yeah, but figuring it out is racist.
They would put it right in front of their faces.
Those motherfuckers!
Yeah, like there's no Whole Foods there.
We're here in the heart of Harlem to find out if what we just heard is true.
Oh, there you go. Whole Foods, right in the middle of a predominantly black neighborhood.
Is the obesity rate in the black community because of racism?
I think it's because of probably what they eat.
I mean, because of the way we eat, maybe.
Thank you. Okay, so this is the portion of the video where he's gone to Harlem and he's going to get it straight from the horse's mouth. He's going to be interviewing black people on if they believe that racism is a major contributing factor to obesity in black Americans. And it's beautiful.
I have a choice to eat healthy or not.
You know, not making the choices to, I would say, like, to eat healthier.
Life choices, exercise, food choices.
I have a choice to eat healthy or not. Sanity, thank you.
I'm not going to take that. Yeah, I'm going to think it's other things.
I just think people need to watch their eating habits. That's all.
And not because of racism.
Absolutely not.
It's like saying we don't know what we're doing half the time when we're making the choices we make. In many instances, knowing the consequences in the long run.
People eat food and they like different food. Some people like being on a diet, some people like running, some people don't. Individual choices.
There you go. It's kind of like saying black people are too stupid to have the common sense to understand that what kind of foods they put into their bodies will either make them fat or keep them healthy. It's so condescending.
That everybody should be accountable for themselves.
Do you think it's racist to say that personal choice?
Nah.
They said saying that about black people is racist.
It's like saying black people don't have free will.
Black people don't have agency.
Exactly.
Isn't that
nonsense.
racist?
That's a little bit to me, yes.
Yes, it is.
In a black neighborhood, they deal with racism so often in the day that they stress eat.
What?
What? Oh, I'm loving this.
They're misinformed.
Now, if they put a big hamburger place and you keep going to it and you gaining weight, they didn't make you go in there. That's what I'm looking at.
Whose fault is that?
That's the person that's going in there.
If you go to a white supermarket, when you walk in, the first thing you see is fruits and vegetables. You go to a black supermarket, you walk in, the first thing you see cakes and fat.
But is that because they know that's their market, or because
they know that that's their market? We, us, black people, have to be awakened to what's going on.
I took ownership of my weight and my weight gain, so you have to take ownership of your own health.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes down to it, who are you going to believe in this debate of whether black obesity is due to systemic racism? Are you going to believe the black people who say that is absolute bullshit, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard? Or are you going to believe the misinformed, virtue-signaling white people who can't even see that the garbage that is tumbling out of their mouth is low-key racist? Well, that was awesome. And a reminder that should I ever move to New York, I will be living in Harlem or any other neighborhood like that one where common sense prevails. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to check me out on Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, and Twitter X. And I'll catch you in the next one. Tits out, everyone. Tits.